Very good Friday afternoon and welcome to RANsquawk's Weekly Wrap, in which we'll try to answer a few of your questions that have come to the desk. So one of the key things in which market participants will now be keenly awaiting will be the interpretation in which the major rating agencies will have in toward this second bailout proposal for Greece and some of the other peripheral countries, i.e. that of Ireland and Portugal. This idea of selected defaults and potentially what it will mean for Greece's sovereign rating going forward is going to be key in terms of how successful this program will be and stemming any of these fears of contagion which has really captured the market's attention over the last few weeks. Since the Thursday's compromise, though, we've already seen some aggressive tightening in those 10-year bond yield spreads of those mentioned countries. The domestic 2 and 10-year yield spreads, or yields themselves, in Greece have also fallen very sharply, something which does look set to continue given some of the terms in this latest deal. The thing to keep a close eye on, though, will be any fears of a spillover contagion. It looks to be contained at the moment, but the fact that we have Portuguese T-bills and bond auctions and the likes of Belgium on Monday and Italy later in the week will likely keep those countries very much in focus. So we've come to Friday and the end of the week, and we've just one more trading week left until the looming August 2nd deadline in how the US intends to address this debt ceiling problem. We continue to see no compromise between the political parties. We've already had the House Speaker Boehner come out and say they are far away from any private or public agreement with Obama and the Democrats on how they intend to proceed. We've had various senators already come on the news wires and they suggested there won't be any talks this weekend. And given now this near-term solution that we seem to have found for the Eurozone debt crisis, at least for the time being, it will mean that investors will most likely really centre in on these negotiations now in the US. So we'll be keeping a very close eye on the yield curve next week in the US, and the direction of the T-note future will likely be guided by these talks. As already mentioned, there are several key peripheral bond auctions and T-bill sales that are going to take place next week. And as ever, I believe that financials are going to be another key sector to very much keep an eye on in the European equity markets. They've really driven things over the last couple of weeks, and particularly those Italian banks have seen a high degree of volatility. Spanish bank Santander will also come to the market with their earnings, as well as Deutsche Bank in Germany, so we'll also have a couple of earnings reports to deal with as well, pre-market for both of those around midweek. But in terms of your questions then, that pretty much wraps things up. I hope you find these useful and we'll continue these each week. As ever, thanks very much for your support both for the Squawk and these videos. It's very much appreciated. But that's it from me for the time being, so have yourself a great trading day. Thank you.